Orange County's mayor is recommending big cuts in the number and scope of projects that were earmarked for tourist development money.
WESH News' Greg Fox reports the mayor and commissioners will face off tomorrow to debate hundreds of millions of dollars in spending.
I don't think it's appropriate, especially after we've never discussed it.
Orange County Commissioner Myra Uribe is upset that Mayor Jerry Demings dropped a surprise memo Friday detailing his plan to spend fewer tourist development tax dollars. The mayor did so after the county's controller predicted that the hotel tax collections would drop 7.5% next year. But Uribe says she would have preferred that the 5 leading projects make presentations to the full board first.
I want to know how much. I want to know how much we can bond. I want to know how much everything costs. And so if you're going to say we should do these, I want to know why and how much it's going to be.
The original plan was to spend $1.7 billion on overhauls and upgrades of Camping World Stadium, the Convention Center, and more. Now the mayor is recommending cutting spending by half. The Convention Center expansion would be split into 2 phases, with Phase 5A costing $500 million. Camping World Stadium's expansion at $400 million would include a new upper bowl and field house, but no roof. The mayor also wants $75 million over 5 years for community arts and culture. A $145 million upgrade of the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center would be delayed for now, along with $176 million for a new UCF Sports Village. One of the projects crossed off the list is $256 million for an upgrade of the Amway Center in Orlando. A couple of the commissioners I talked with said they actually support that move. Though Mayor Demings thinks the Amway could be upgraded if commissioners consider extending the number of years, the city of Orlando can draw half a penny of the tourist development tax. And Controller Diamond tells me if lending rates drop, more projects could come back into play.
But I do think it's something that could change, and if they did change, that would enable more projects to get done.
Mayor Demings suggests the county could spread the debt over 30 years instead of 20, but that would add hundreds of millions of dollars in interest payments. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.